Peace and love, family. Come on in one time. Come on in. Peace and Pan-Africanism. I want all my Chicago Africans to come in. As y'all know, as part of the Bishop Turner National Independent Black Political Movement, we are all about supporting independent candidates. Get off the Democratic Party plantation. Get off the Republican Party plantation. And today we have a brother running for mayor of the second largest black metropolis in America, Chicago. He's not running as a Democrat. He's not running as a Republican. He's running as an independent. This is the good brother right here, Brother Jamal Green. We got him on his campaign bus. Stay right there, King, because I'm going to get your name in the back of you. Okay, so Brother Jamal Green, first question right off the top. And you know, my peoples from all over the world is meeting you and hearing you for the first time. Why do you want to be mayor of Chicago, Illinois?
Yeah, well, I've been fighting on behalf of the people for many years. Let me first just say I'm not a politician. I'm somebody who has stepped up at every moment in our communities to make sure that we have justice. Fought on behalf of Laquan McDonald and led that movement. Chase Bank when they weren't lending to
Black Power. I'm speaking here tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Come on out.
When Chase Bank was redlining our communities on the south and west sides, I fought Chase Bank and protested over 35 branches, and they banned me from every Chase in America, and we brought them to their knees and made them give $1 billion back to us. So at every moment I stepped up and I fought on behalf of the people. So I'm not a politician, but I'm somebody who understands these communities on a unique level, that's from it and that has always fought for it. And at this time we got to take that mayor seat so that we can make sure that resources get equally distributed throughout our city.
Well said. Obviously, when people hear about Chicago, all over the news, obviously, they're trying to paint our people like animals, as if there's not causes to this crisis of violence. Now, we know when you deal with black on black crime, you have to deal with white on black crime. You have the three biggest issues: miseducation, economic castration, okay, and the breakdown of the black community.
There you go.
So when it comes to education and when it comes to economic opportunity, so public schools and economic opportunities, what do you have in store for Black Chicago?
You are 100% correct on what you're saying. Actually, let me give you a little more historical context right here in Chicago. There was a black belt when folks came from South, when they migrated here to Chicago. Then they pushed us into the project buildings. As y'all know, there was the project buildings so that they can contain us. Then they knocked down those project buildings and pushed us into the neighborhoods, and there was segregation. Y'all already know. And what happened with segregation? Oppression in every area. So from our taxpayer dollars, from education, all the way down the line, from investment, is why we are here today. So when they talk about public safety, I don't say nothing about police, because they always want to say, oh, what about police? This police don't have nothing to do with what's going on in these communities. And if we don't tackle the real root causes and we keep allowing them to only increase the police budget, that's the only budget that has increased over the years. Not the housing budget for our neighborhoods, not the education budget. The only budget that has increased, we giving $2 billion a year right now to our CPD. $2 billion a year. Hey, that's not even including the $100 million a year in police misconduct, the $200 million a year in police overtime. So over $2.5 billion goes to police in our city. And then we asking, why is there so much violence? Oh, let's look at the neighborhoods. When young people come out of a broken home, they're going into a broken school because they take the tip dollars and take the money out of our school system to say they're going to spur economic development. Well, where's that development going? Downtown. So then they walk into a broken community, walking past boarded up schools, boarded up houses with X's on them, vacant lots that's not being developed. And then you say, why these young people don't have no hope? Well, look at what they walking past. Then you look at where they shopping at. They got a corner store that's operating as the grocery store because we are living in food deserts, right? So now you talk about, what are they eating? What is in they? Why their minds go like that? Then they go back in the house and turn on the water, and guess what? We got lead in our water. And so you look at where all the lead pipes are, they're on the south and west sides. So when you're talking about the reality of these neighborhoods and public safety, you got to tackle making sure these young people have a pipeline to even get job opportunities, to even get these tech jobs, to when they coming out of school, making it free to get training so they get these $100,000 jobs, putting trades back in the schools so that they can become, have vocational programs all throughout our schools in our city. Making sure that they become entrepreneurs, right? Entrepreneurial skills, they need to grow their entrepreneurial skills, and we need to help them do so. We got so much to do, y'all.
Powerful, powerful.
We need somebody who understands it and understands the solutions to make that first step.
Let me hit you with another one. You already touched on it, gentrification.
Yeah.
Now, the city's money rests in the banks.
There you go.
My question to you, what banks holds the city's money for Chicago? The taxpayers' money is held where?
The one that I'm banned from. Chase Bank. The one that I'm banned from. I'm still banned from every Chase Bank in America because of our protests. And Chase Bank controls most of the market. They got the most branches. They control most of our money. They have even when people pay their property taxes, they got to pay it through Chase Bank. They have the control of every financial system in our state, and they even loan the money out to the smaller banks. So Chase Banks hold a lot of our dollars. And when I'm mayor, I will tell my Department of Finance to take our dollars out of these large institutions that do not serve us well. We need to look at the numbers. If you can't bring me numbers to show that you have, we're looking at all neighborhoods when we talk about Lincoln Park and Inglewood, and you can't show a comparison of how you've lended as much money into those neighborhoods to ours, you will not be able to open up a branch in this city again. We must make sure that we are fierce with these banks who are holding our dollars because we got the leverage. There's no reason why from 2012 to 2018, Chase Bank, who holds the most money, was giving out only 1.9% of their loans to black people. 1.9%.
And they got all the tax dollars.
And they got all the tax dollars where you look at Lincoln Park between 2012 and 2018, they gave them $1 billion in 6 years in home loans. $1 billion. And
so they got everybody's money, but they only financing the white side of the city.
They only financing the white side of the city, and we allowing them to get away with it. Our leaders, they taking, just like our current administration, Chase is sponsoring every city event. Why are we taking their money so that they can keep on oppressing us in our community? That's going to stop under this administration.
Now, one of the big things you always hear from outside of Chicago, of course, I'm based in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
They say Chicago is one of the most segregated cities in the country. I'm not necessarily too concerned about the segregation unless all the resources are also segregated.
There you go.
So my question to you is, all the resources in Chicago separated along the color line as well?
100%.
And what do you hope to do about that?
100%. And that's everything I talked about. When we talk about the resources, that's what's really segregated, because these neighborhoods, you go into Lincoln Park, you may not see a lot of black folks, but guess what? You walk out, you're going to see businesses thriving. You're not going to see nothing boarded up. The home ownership is 75%. And you think that we can't do that in our neighborhoods? We should be able to create new black Wall Streets. We should be able to own our homes and not be redlined. We should be able to take our tip dollars and invest in community centers. Right now, we're trying to build a 80,000 square foot youth center so that we can tackle the real problem. We should be able to do that, but it's not. And so as mayor, that is going to change. Downtown will always be the engine, right? It has nothing to do with making sure that South and West Sides get their fair share, and we need to stop allowing them to tell us so.
Just two more questions. One question is, Election Day, when is Election Day, and what is the deadline for folks to get registered to be able to vote?
So good question. Illinois is you can vote. Register to vote at the polls.
Oh wow!
So there is no date.
I didn't know that.
February 28, 2023 is the election, and you can register February 28th at the polls and vote at the same time. So that we do have. So you will not have an excuse, and we're gonna make sure our young people vote. We're gonna get them to. You see this big old bus? We got many of these, and so we're gonna take them to the polls and buses and trolleys. We're going to give them incentives to make sure that they come out and vote. We got the celebrity, every celebrity from the city is backing our campaign, and we're going to make sure we're using them to get folks out to the polls, because only 19% of people are voting. And you know what that means, Dr. Umar? That the Democratic Party, obviously, well, it's really by design, but they're not trying to do their job to get people out.
No, sir.
Because they only want they people that they can control.
Exactly, to come and vote. That's right.
That's really what's happening. That's why only 19.8% voted 2 weeks ago. That's going to change, because we're going to get people out and we're going to shock the world.
And how can they donate to your campaign? Folks are asking on here. Is it a website?
So you can go to GoGreenChicago.com. Simple. GoGreenChicago.com. And you can donate right on the website, GoGreenChicago.com. And to join our list, you can text GREEN to 61514. Text GREEN to 61514. Be a part of this movement, because this is a movement that's going to shock the world. And we hope that folks all over the country get inspired and they step up and take these local positions, these national positions, so that folks who actually really care about us and our communities can elevate us all across this world, and we can't do it.
Black power. All right, so y'all heard it right there. The next mayor of Chicago, Brother Jamal Green. You feel me? Donate. Get registered to vote. It's going down. It's the Prince of Pan-Africanism, King Kong consciousness. We supporting independent black candidates.